Night Mistress of Paradise Palms, a supernatural thriller by author Lorraine Carey. Forward. I lived in Grand Cayman with my husband in a small beachfront resort from 2009 until 2018. It was the best 9 years of my life. My favorite pastime was listening to the locals and tourists telling tales about the strange occurrences that took place on this enchanted island. Most of the tales had to do with the sea, but none can rival the ancient legends of Santa, the sea goddess of the Caribbean, and her dark agenda. We must never forget the power and fury the sea holds. Receiving her orders from the moon, she will play them out with grace or vengeance, depending on the mood of this powerful force of nature. Many lives have been lost to its power, which demands the utmost respect. Some of the most feared creatures live in its depths, not to mention the legends of the mysterious and famous sirens and other dangerous sea monsters. Welcome to the island. There's always a vacancy at Paradise Palms Inn, and for good reason. Chapter 1. A tropical breeze had mysteriously picked up as Della Marquez inserted her key card into the lock of her office. She felt something brush against her cheek, but deep down she knew it wasn't the wind. A storm was predicted for later that evening, and it was common for these squalls this time of year on Grand Cayman. She threw her purse on the desk and headed out to catch the sunrise from the beach. Letting the salt air engulf her nostrils and gazing out at the turquoise waters was her morning ritual, a tonic for her soul. It was the nighttime she feared most, and had reason to. She feared the legends she'd heard from the locals of an evil enchantress that lurked out there, way beyond the reef in West Bay. Sure, there were the typical tales of duppies, pirates, and the like, but this one had always struck a nerve deep within her. She knew better than to enter the sea after dusk. Her morning swim seemed to calm her and set the tone for her day, preparing her for any issues she'd be facing with her inn. She emerged from the water, wrapping herself in a thick, fluffy towel, noticing the row of empty white loungers on the beach. Damn hurricane season! It'll take me months to recoup. Della rubbed her arms, trying to erase the goosebumps and salt residue. Well, something compelled her to turn around and look at the sea again. The surface was as smooth as glass just moments ago, but had stirred up and the warm, humid air had a sudden chill to it. In fact, the entire beachfront had a Cimmerian feel to it. Maybe this storm's coming sooner than later, she thought as she hurried back to her office. She checked her messages to see if she had any new bookings. The Tides Inn was situated out in West Bay, with a small private beach and a tiki lounge that touted some of the best food on the island. It lured tourists along with a handful of locals. Well, the ones who ignored the legends and that of the sea enchantress. Della stared into the mirror, attempting to comb the tangles from her long raven hair, while reminiscing earlier days, and it seemed like just yesterday she arrived on Grand Cayman with her husband Brice to start up a fishing charter business that soon went sour due to poor decisions on his end and his dealing with the wrong crowd. He was weak and let himself get sucked into some shady business investments. The money she received from the divorce settlement helped her pull herself out of the rabbit hole and open up the small inn out in West Bay. Closing her eyes in deep thought, she let all the past memories resurface. You've come a long way, baby. She hurried to get her schedule in order, as her staff would be arriving soon. The few guests that were there were treated in a first-class manner. It's how she liked to run her business.